When Generation X came of age, we watched movies that were not always kid appropriate, and that was a good thing. Our movies were edgy and at times disturbing. Our movies scared us, shocked us, but in the end, made us tougher and wiser.
But maybe they'll be a little bit wiser for the wear. Anyway, don't worry about them.
There is no better example of the cinema tough love than Gene Wilder's 1974 performance in Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory, a story that keeps getting remade but can never be replicated. For us, Gene Wilder will always be Willy Wonka, a Generation X hero. The movie wastes no time in frightening its audience. Example, the old tinker outside the chocolate factory. Charlie is out on the streets alone right before dark, common for Generation X kids who used to hang out until the streetlights came on. Listen to that ominous, sinister music that the director chose for the scene.
Up the airy mountain, down the rushing glen, we dare not go a-hunting, for fear of little men.
For fear of little men is right.
You see, nobody ever goes in. Nobody ever comes out.
With all those clanking knives and blades. Today's kids would call this scene creepy. Today's parents would question why it's even in the film. They fail to realize that the old tinker's words are cautionary and sets the serious tone of the movie. Children are going to be entering uncharted territory when they pass through the factory gate. It's like the gate of adulthood, and what lies on the other side are the uncharted waters of life. The old tinker has put us on guard.
Little surprises around every corner, but nothing dangerous. Don't be alarmed.
The next frightful character is Slugworth, the sinisterly bespectacled man sent shivers down the spine of this 9-year-old in the movie theater. Slugworth has the kind of face that appears in a child's nightmare. What we didn't know while watching the movie was that Slugworth was a good guy, hired by Wonka. We also thought that the children found the golden tickets on their own, but it was Slugworth who had planted them for the children to find. That's how he was able to be right there on the spot when they opened up their chocolate bars. Slugworth's purpose was to tempt the children like the devil himself into committing acts of betrayal. The whole concept is absolutely terrifying. Again, today's children would call Slugworth creepy, but for Generation X, creepy was fun. We enjoyed squirming in our seats and feeling uncomfortable. We even had a magazine named Creepy. Another part of the film that would be considered inappropriate for children by today's standards was the Wonkatania boat ride. The name itself is foreboding. Wonkatania, as in the Lusitania. Something else wasted on us kids was the fact that the Wonkatania boat had just enough seats for the 8 remaining guests, yet more proof that everything was planned by Wonka beforehand. The scene starts out serenely before descending into complete chaos.
Hey, Wonka, I want off! Around the world and home again, that's the sailor's way.
The filmmakers do a tremendous job at building up the suspense and overall sense of doom. As the scene grows darker, the Oompa Loompas paddle faster to match Wonka's rapidly growing rant.
You can't possibly see where you're going, Wonka!
You're right. I can't.
Wonka is fearless, for he knows that a man cannot discover new oceans unless he has the courage to lose sight of the shore.
Great series this one, then.
Wonka!
This is kind of strange.
Yeah, strange, Charlie, but it's
This is
fun.
why Generation X loved this movie so much. Charlie, the humble kid, the tough kid, thought of the Wonkatania ride as a sense of adventure. The other kids, the privileged, the spoiled, the soft kids, thought of the ride as being terrorizing. And of course, they cried to their parents to make it stop.
No earthly way of knowing
He's singing.
which direction we are going. There's no knowing where we're rowing.
At the point of climax when Wonka delivers his psychotic freakout, his face flashes on the screen in brilliant psychedelic colors, that of it like an acid trip.
Hurricane a blowing. Not a speck of light is showing, so the danger must be growing.
Are the fires of hell a-glowing? Is the grisly reaper mowing? Yes! The danger must be growing, for the rowers keep on rowing, and they're certainly not showing any signs that they are slowing!
This was a kids' movie in 1974.
Make it stop, Sonny!
Wonka, does he go far enough? Quite right, sir. Stop the boat!
We're there.
Where?
Here. A small step for mankind, but a giant step for us.
Oh, shore!
With how soft America's become, this movie simply could not be made this way today.
What a nightmare.
Daddy, I do not want a boat like this.
Oh, poor baby. But what makes Willy Wonka a true Generation X cult hero is his total disregard for the children's safety and emotional state. Gene Wilder plays Wonka as an unpredictable, bitingly sarcastic, uncaring, and unforgiving force, not to be challenged. Wonka will not tolerate bad behavior from either the children or their parents.
I got a blueberry for a daughter.
Where is fancy bread? In the heart or in the head? The strawberries taste like strawberries. The snozberries taste like snozberries.
Snozberries? Who ever heard of a snozberry?
Imagine touching a kid like this today and getting right in their face and saying this.
We are the music makers, and we are the dreamers of dreams.
But that's what she needed. There's a couple scenes of Wonka just not giving a crap.
I'm sorry, but all questions must be submitted in writing.
Please, I beg you, Augustine.
Wonka doesn't care about the kid drowning. Wonka's upset that his chocolate's getting contaminated. You gotta love it.
My beautiful chocolate.
Don't just stand there, do something!
Help.
Police.
Murder.
This could be lyrics in 2025. Don't care how, I want it now.
She was a bad egg.
Where's she gone?
Where all the other bad eggs go. Down the garbage chute.
The garbage chute. Where does it lead to?
To the furnace.
The furnace! Should be sitting like a sausage.
Not necessarily. She could be stuck just inside the tube.
Inside the... Hold on!
Veruca! Sweetheart! Daddy's coming! There's going to be a lot of garbage today.
How ordinary television works. You photograph...
Sure, I do. You photograph something, then the photographs are split up into millions of tiny pieces, and they go whizzing through the air down to your TV set where they're all put together again in the right order.
You should open your mouth a little wider when you speak.
Look at me, I'm going to be the first person in the world to be sent by television. Hey, get away from that thing!
Stop, don't come back.
And the final reason why Willy Wonka is a Generation X hero is because he had no problem testing children.
The lifetime supply of chocolate. When does he get it?
He doesn't.
Why not?
Because he broke the rules.
What rules? We didn't see any rules, did we, Charlie?
Wrong, sir. Wrong. Under Section 37B of the contract signed by him, it states quite clearly that all offers shall become null and void if, and you can read it for yourself in this photostatic copy,
Wonka had rules and you had to abide by them.
I, the undersigned, shall forfeit all rights, privileges, and licenses herein and herein contained, etc.,
In
etc.
order to get actor young Peter Ostrom to respond with such fear in his face, Gene Wilder did this scene unrehearsed.
Fax mentis incendium gloria culpum, etc., etc. Memo bis punitor delicatum. It's all there, black and white, clear as crystal. You stole fizzy lifting drinks. You bumped into the ceiling, which now has to be washed and sterilized, so you get nothing. You lose. Good day, sir.
You're a crook. You're a cheat and a swindler. That's what you are. How can you do a thing like this? Build up a little boy's hopes and then smash all his dreams to pieces.
Grandpa Joe is so 2025. You set your kid up for failure and then you blame somebody else.
You're an inhuman monster.
I said good day.
Actions have consequences. In the end, Charlie does the right thing. Lesson learned. Always do the right thing, even if your friends and your parents and your grandparents are doing the opposite.
Mr. Wonka?
shine's a good deed in a weary world.
Charlie,
My boy.
you won! You did it! You did it! I knew you would! I just knew you would! Oh, Charlie, forgive me for putting you through this. Please, forgive me. Come in, Mr. Wilkinson. Charlie, meet Mr. Wilkinson.
Pleasure.
Slugworth.
No, that's not Slugworth. He works for me.
For you?
I had to test you, Charlie, and you passed the test. You won!
In the end, the meek but strong Charlie Bucket won, as did us Generation Xers. If you liked the video, please subscribe to the channel. Please like the video, share, and leave a kind comment down below. We truly appreciate it. Until next time, Tough Kid Nation, always remember that back is the way forward. See you next time.